just aggregating like terms. So we have a volume of concrete floor here. So floor. We have our entry level. So this wants to be separated because we need the ground floor to be separate. So we'll have separate entry for ground floor, and then the upper floors can be aggregated by like types. This is and we have an overall volume of concrete here. So we'd be adding those two together for the concrete upper floors, adding these ones together for the composite metal upper floors, separating out those that are on the ground floor. And yeah, it's a case of going through each construction category, dropping them into Excel, and you have things like your structural items. So here, a big list of structural items. They look quite scary initially, but you'll find that they're actually big similarities here. You're mainly looking for in this case, we have walls, concrete, reinforced concrete, RC, reinforced concrete walls. So they're all the same, and we just need a volume of concrete there. And then in this case, we have our studs and anchors, basically structural steel. So we can sum this and apply it to our structural steel templates. Same with walls here, about picking the like types. These are all reinforced concrete. We have a volume, so we can apply that to our template. Structural steel, again, it's about getting a little bit familiar with some of these sort of terms. So in concrete, I've summed anything that's including concrete in there. In steel, summed everything else that doesn't include concrete, basically. Your structural work is all basically either concrete columns and beams or structural items like you know, hollow sections, leg angles, fabricated sections, etc. Universal beams, yeah, all general terms for structural steel. Yeah, this isn't ideal, I don't think. We are working behind the scenes on improving BIM integration. So what eTool will try and do at the moment when you link to a Revit model is you'll have to manually assign templates to every single row here. It does average quantities within the same category, but anything that's got a different material name or composition name will come in separately. And yeah, so we are working on in automating this aggregation kind of process. For the time being, it's a little bit manual in that you have to download the data from Revit, drop it into a spreadsheet, and start aggregating those items that are all similar. It's you know, very common, yeah, to have lots of different sizes of columns and beams, etc. But they're all essentially either steel or concrete, and there's a volume or sometimes mass associated with them. That's all the information that we want, is to sum the total volume. Structural slabs there, piling, some of all the piling concrete. Aggregating it so that you basically have a summary at the end here, I think, of your templates aligned more closely to the categories that we need within eTool. So there's our foundations, our frame, frame, upper floors, ground floor slab and basement slab, more foundations, some finishes here, external walls, roof, curtain walling, glazed doors and doors. That's the key items that need to be included. for your basic LCA for green.